SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome back. Today we will continue the manual handling assessment chart. Last time we completed the lifting part. Today we will be taking forward for the carrying and the team handling. So we remember that this particular tool, that is manual handling assessment chart. We remember that manual handling assessment chart has three components. One talks about lifting, second talk about carrying, and third talk about the team handling. In this particular tool, we have varieties of hazardous element which we are going to get some kind of degree or severity categorized by number as well as by the color: green, amber, red and purple. So these are the colors you have, and we get the categorization out of these four colors. Now let us understand that, yes, this is for the carrying operation flowchart. So it starts similarly as we did for the lifting. It starts with the load, weight and frequency, that is the component A, that has four specific categories: green, orange, red and purple. Then second, hand distance from the lower back, okay, how far you are away from your hand, like from your lower back. So are you holding the object close to your body or away from your body? So if it is close, definitely your CG is near to your body and you have less risk. If you are holding the object little away from your body, then it is having high risk, right? So that particular variable. Then asymmetrical torso or load, that means how your angle is moved, like the whole torso is moved in which direction, either in left side or right side. Then postural constraint, grip on the load. If the grip is good, then you have less load. If grip is bad or poor, then it has more problematic, it is more problematic and you will get more strain to do that particular job. Floor surface, carry distance, how long you are carrying that object. Obstacles on the route, if you have obstacles in your route while going from one place to other place, then you will find it difficult. Then last one is the environmental factors, right? So we have all these factors: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factors, right? So from that, once we add these values, like these values, okay, depending on the scenario, when we get this value, if value is very high, definitely that says that you need to do lot of intervention at various point, specifically at the point of red zone, and purple zone. If it is in green zone, then definitely it is good. Orange zone has some hazard. So I am just giving the I want you to recall whatever we studied for the lifting. Now let us go with the this carrying thing. Now the similar type of chart for load, weight and frequency for carrying the things. So, the weight of the load and the frequency of the carrying operation you have to get from this particular chart. So, how many times you are carrying per minute and per second, and what is the kind of load you have. If it is less, then everything is coming into this particular green zone, that is Z0. If it is in orange zone, then 4 or we call it amber, then red zone, that is 6, and purple zone, it is 10. Fine. So, this is for carrying. Now, hand distance from lower back. Here for factor B, we do not have anything in purple color. So, it says that if anything beyond red, that means presence of such posture or such situation or such context is really impossible to have in industrial scenario. So, that purple portion is not available in case of factor B or hand distance from the lower back. So, if you are very close, so upper arm vertical, your upper arm remains vertical. So, you are holding the object very easily, it is very close to you, and the torso is upright. You are standing or walking with that particular load very straight. So, hand close to your lower back, then G is like its color is G and value is 0. Now, in case it is not, it has 2 more value, that is amber zone. It says upper arm has some angle away from torso. So, the load is close to your body, however, it is not that close that you can keep your upper arm along with your torso. So, what is happening? You are holding little away from your body. So, if it is so, then amber zone or value is 3, or torso is somewhat bent, forward bent. So, it is so heavy that you are holding it. So, for forward bending, and then you are carrying the object. So, this particular type of posture, this particular type of posture, in that case your value of hand distance from lower back is 3, or the color is amber. The last one, that is the upper arm angled away from torso and torso is bent. Both the cases it is away. So, your upper arm is forming an angle with your torso, as well as you are bending. So, load is quite heavy or difficult to hold. So, such cases, then color is red and value is 6. As I mentioned in the lifting, during discussing the lifting part, that these values are from different experimental laboratory studies, and from there only they derive these numbers. So, you need not to worry about these values, these numbers. Whatever positions is coming, accordingly you have to give these numbers. So, these numbers are all pre-computed. Moving to next factor, that is factor C, asymmetrical torso or load. So, what it says, that load and hand symmetrically in front of the torso. Load and the hand is symmetrical. So, you are holding it like this. So, load is not in left side or right side, it is symmetrically present. So, it is aligned with your body midline, then it is green or value is 0. Torso is symmetrical, but load is carried in one side. So, you are standing straight, however, your load is on either left side or right side. And some cases load not symmetrical, load if not symmetrical. So, those cases the value is 1 and the color is amber. So, the last one is two-handed carrying to the side. So, you are holding the object with 2 hands, but it is not in front of you. because in such cases, suppose you are carrying a fencing, okay, such kind of thing. So you cannot carry it in front, then your movement will get restricted. So you are holding it in this side or this side. So for such cases, so two-handed you are carrying. You are carrying with two hand, but the object is in such shape or size or position that you cannot carry in front of you. So you have to take it in either side, either left side or right side. So such cases, it is the color is red and the value is 2. Then postural constraint. If you do not have any postural constraint, then it is G, that means green, and 0. If it is restricted, then amber, A, or value is 1, and severely restricted R, or means red, and 3. Now here which one I will say restricted posture and which one I will say severely restricted, these understandings are purely based on the understanding of the researcher. Here it comes from your experience, your skill. So what is there? Look for factors that force workers to modify their posture. So look at those issues. If so many factors are there which is actually directing the person to hold that particular posture, definitely in that case it is severely restricted. Whereas if it is only one factor or two factor which can be there is a possibility to manipulate or compromise somewhere, those cases it is restricted posture. And if no factor is there, like it's freely movable, the whole body is freely movable, in that case it is no postural constraint. Now coming to grip, the similar concept what we did with our lifting thing, that fit for purpose handle. So the handle and the object whatever is you are going to carry, it's actually fit that for that particular purpose only, that particular handle is being designed. So it's very easy. Okay, handholds matches to the size and weight of the load. Cylindrical handles or items the whole hand can wrap around comfortably, like we hold our suitcase and all. For all such cases it is G or 0. Okay, color is green and value is 0. Now for the amber, it has two different options. One is handles or handholds too small. Handholds are there, however it is quite small, so it is difficult for someone to hold it. So there will be some restriction. So maybe with full hand you cannot hold it, maybe you have to do with 3, or you have to hold it like this, or you have pain over here. Okay, so such cases so if it is small or lack finger clearance, or only the finger support is required to hold that particular object, such cases it is amber. Or some cases where no handles or handholds but can be held underneath, or has strap or loop handle, somehow you are holding it. Okay, so that particular type of case you can give amber or 1, or we can say it reasonable grip. Fine. Now moving to next part, that is the poor grip. No handles or handhold areas, so no sack, plastic bags and such cases. Rough, slippery with pressure points, palm pinch or fingertip grip, or force used to keep items together. So small things you are holding it like this. So such cases. And irregular, bulky or non-rigid cases, non-rigid item, it will be poor grip, that is red color, and we will give the number as 2. Fine. So this way we will be calculating the values for grip on load. The next two component is floor surface and carrying distance. So floor surface, non-slip, dry, clean, firm, level and undamaged. So it is very clean floor surface. So then it is 0. Very easy to understand this particular aspect. mostly dry and clean, or reasonably firm or minor damage, so 1, or amber, slippery. So it is difficult for you to work on because you are actually carrying things, right? While carrying, if you have to maintain the your balance, then it becomes very difficult for you to hold the object and maintain your posture. It is lot of load on your whole body, right? So it is red or 3. The next is carry the distance. How long, what is the distance that you are carrying? So between 2 meter to 4 meter, it is very easy. It's, you can really measure and get the value G and 0. Between 4 meter to 10 meter, amber or 1. Over 10 meter, it is red or it is 2. Obstacles on route. So if you have obstacles in while carrying the things, then definitely you have to give some value over there. So if there is no obstacle, it is flat, clean. If slope is there, then that is gently, it's not very steep slope. So those cases it is G and 0. One type of obstacle or steep slope. So slopes are little steep, so you have to really be cautious while coming down or going up. And then if the obstacles are there, but it's not many obstacles, 1 or 2, so those cases it is amber or 2. And somehow you have ladder, at least 2 types of obstacles and difficulties while carrying the things, those cases it is 3 or red zone. Coming to environmental factors, if there is no factor, so no influencing factor, no factors means no influencing factors, then it is 0. If it is 1 factor, then 1. If it is 2 or more factor, then it is 2 or red. So once we have all these value, then what I suggest, you go back to the original form. Okay, you remember the original form. Again I will discuss the form after I discuss the team handling, then we will recalculate this value. So once we have these values with us, what we will do, we will add the numbers. Also we will check what are the areas, what are the factors among all these factors is in the red zone or is in green zone, amber zone or purple zone. So if anything is in purple zone, definitely we have to have some kind of intervention for that. If it is in red zone, there also we need to do some kind of intervention very immediately, like you have to be very proactive to give that intervention and take it down at least till amber zone, if not green, at least till amber zone. Okay, so this way we can use this particular manual handling chart for carrying, and we can improve, or you can do the design intervention for the carrying job. Now let us move to the next part, that is the team handling operation assessment guide. The same method, very similar method, the similar factors, even similar factors. Okay, however here concern is it's not only one person is doing the job, here 2 or more persons are doing the same job. So if it is a load, then they are lifting or carrying together. The whatever we discussed in earlier 2 cases, lifting and carrying, it's a single operator's job. Here in team handling, it is 2 or more operators' job. Fine. So let's understand. Here also you have very similar factors. So load weight, hand distance from the lower back, vertical lift zone, how long, what is the lifting happening from ground, vertically from ground, torso twisting and sideway bending, postural constraint, grip on the load, floor surface, carry distance, obstacles on the floor, communication, coordination and control. It's a new factor that is present for the team handling. What is happening? Suppose 2 persons or 3 persons are handling a same weight. So what is communication is happening? Can they take the instruction from operator 1 from by the operator 2 and 3, or whatever is instructed by 3, can they receive it properly? So what is the type of communication is happening? Okay, so in terms of control and the communication, this is the new factor and definitely the old environmental factor. From all these factors we will come to know about what are the varieties of risk available for the manual handling of any particular load while they are doing the job in a team. So load weight, here it is little different. So if some 2 persons are handling less than 35 kg, then it is green. If 3 person less than 55 kg, then it is green, and if 75 kg, then it should be handled by the 4 persons. Okay, so such cases it is green. Now if it is 35 to 65, then 2 person, then amber, 55 to 95, 3, and 75 to 130 kg, then it is kind of 4 people need to be there, and if it is there, then it is in amber zone. In case of it is more than that, like more than 65 to 80 kgs, and it is handled by only 2 persons. Okay, it is you look at it is kind of double, like here it is green if it is 35, now here it is 65 to 85 kg, still it is 2 person. In that case what is happening? It is red, 95 to 130 kg and 3 person, then it is again red, and 130 to 70 kg by 4 persons, then again it is red. And if all are more than all these upper value, if all more than of these upper value, then definitely it is purple or 10. So note the weight of the load and the number of workers performing the task is very important. So if it is 55 kg and the number is 3, then it is green, whereas for the same weight if number is 2, then it is amber. So depending on the amount of load and the number of people handling that particular load, depending on that we give the value or risk available while handling that load. So you have 4 categories: green, amber, red and purple. Rest of the factors, again it's little different from the single person's operation. The first one, that hand distance from the lower back, upper arm vertical and the torso is upright, so hand close to the lower back, then it is 0 for both the cases. Okay, it's not that only one person. If one person is also having different position, you have to take care. Then upper arm angled away from torso or torso bent forward, what we did earlier, or hand at moderate distance from the lower back, then A or amber zone, and the value is 3. Upper arm angled away from the torso and torso is bent forward, then it is red or the value is 6. Vertical lift zone, hands between knee and elbow height. Okay, so if it is between knee and elbow height, definitely it is easy, so it is green. Hands below knee and or above the elbow height, so near to shoulder height, then it is A, that is amber, and value is 1. If it is above your head, above your shoulder, then it is 3 or red zone. Fine. So, always it is the vertical position of the load. Torso twisting and sideway bending. So, little or no torso twisting or sideway bending, then it is G. G means green, and 0. Torso either twisted or bended sideward, little bit, not much. So, those cases it is 1 or amber and 1. Torso both twisted and bent sideways. So, you are doing it in this way, you are bending your whole body as well as you are twisting your body while doing this particular job. So, that cases it is red and value is 2. Postural constraint, same as we explained in earlier cases, no constraint 0, restricted posture, that means 1, and severely restricted posture means 3. Grip on the load, similarly as we discussed in lifting and carrying, you have 3 varieties: good grip, reasonable grip and poor grip. Exactly same way you have to check for the lifting as you did in lifting and carrying. Okay. Floor surface, again very similar, it is non-slippy, so you have no grease, nothing, dry, clean, firm and level and undamaged, then it is G, means green and 0. Then reasonable floor surface, then A, amber or 1, and poor floor surface, that is the red and 3. Fine. So, this is floor surface. Now, carrying distance, same as we did, between 2 to 4 meter it is green, between 4 to 10 meter it is 1, more than 10 meter it is 3. Obstacles on the route, same, no obstacle, then green, 1 small obstacles, and slope is not that high, slope is there, steep slope, then it is 2, and if it is ladder you have to climb somewhere or you have more than 2 types of obstacle, then it is 3. Here new point is the communication, coordination and control. So, good communication, good coordination and good control by all the operators, it's 2 persons, 3 persons or 4 persons, whatever it is, if it has all these things in good. Now, this definition of good means that you do not have any difficulties while communicating and while carrying or lifting this particular load. Okay. So, this has no specific definition, but you have to give your definition before you start doing the data collection. So, that cases it is G. Reasonable communication, so you have some difficulties but still you can manage it, it's not that so difficult. Okay. So, that cases it is 1, and if it is poor communication, if somebody says yes move, somebody the second person or second operator is not understanding, he or she is standing back and that is difficult to handle the whole job. So, if such cases happen, so lot of poor communication, poor control while handling that particular load, if it is there, then it is value is 3 and the color is red. Environmental factors, same as for lifting and carrying. So, if it is there is nothing, then it is G or 0, 1 factor A, that is amber and 1, and 2 or more factors, then it is red and 2. Fine. So, we arrived at all these value and color detection for team handling operation. Once we complete that, what we will do? We will put it in the same chart, right? We did for lifting, we did for carrying, now you are going to do it for team handling. So here you can see while lifting you have all these factors, yes, whereas carrying distance, obstacles in route, communication and coordination are not applicable for lifting, whereas these factors are applicable. So you have values for this, right? So you have some value over here. For carrying, you do not have anything in the vertical lift zone. Rest of the thing you have, but you do not have anything like communication and coordination value, right? Whereas in team handling, you have everything. You have carrying, you have lifting, you have communication and coordination and control, everything. Every value you will be getting for the team handling. Okay. Then once you have depending on what type of job it is, if you have this total score over here along with your color coding, what you will do, you will see if it is very high, then you have to do some kind of modification or design intervention. Based on the color, if you do the intervention and you see the before and after score, what will happen, you can have statistical data saying that what was earlier and what is right now, and you can easily prove that due to your intervention, due to your design change, due to your modification, the system has improved and the risk has been reduced while doing such job. So this particular tool is given by HSC and it is very easy, easy to use tool, and it is being practiced in industry very frequently. Fine. So this is the end of this particular tool. We will take you to other tool in next cases. Okay. Now here is some kind of guideline is available. So control and measures for lifting task. So you have the all guidelines. So if you want to eliminate the manual lifting in task, what can be done? If load, weight and frequency is concerned, that is the observation or that is the finding of your study, what are the possibilities? If distance, hand distance from the lower back is a concern, then what are the possibilities? So these are the kind of guideline or control measures from the data. So if you see that this is suppose for your analysis in lifting, postural constraint is a problem. So what way you can do? Consider the work area layout. So where you should look for for design intervention. So layout, or consider the workstation height and reach requirement. Okay. So here is some kind of guideline which tells you once you have the data what to do further. Okay. This is for the lifting. This list is for carrying task. Okay. So you have these many variables that you have identified, and these are the control measures for your identification, like whatever you have identified, how you can control it. Okay. If there is some difficulty, mainly when the color is red or purple. Okay. Of course, in amber also you can take measure, however that is not that great extent. So definitely if it is red or purple, you have to do something, and these are the way how you can start your intervention for carrying task. And moving to team handling, this is the case. These are the all list means name of the variables, and these are the methods how do you control. So you can understand how useful this tool is. This tool not only gives you an understanding the risk level, it also give you an direction that where you should start and how do you start your intervention. So this tool is extremely useful tool, and I always suggest if you are doing something in terms of lifting, carrying and team handling, in terms of manual material handling job, definitely this tool is very going to help. It's a very useful tool, and it is going to give you a very nice result and findings. Okay, so you can take up these tools specifically wherever manual handling is happening, you know, construction site, manufacturing unit and some kind of assembly line, many cases, you know, automobile industry where, you know, lot of load lifting happens, then transportation, all those cases you can use this tool and you can have very good result. Okay, that's all for this particular tool. We will go for the next another tool which also is being described by HSC. Okay, that is manual handling at work. Okay, so this I will take you to the next class. Till today, for today this is, and I suggest you take up at least one case and you know, you practice this one, and if you have difficulties before our next discussion forum, you please put up your questions. Thank you.